My name is Bulbul, and my co-jock Karishma is here with me. And सबसे पहले तो Happy Women's Day to everyone.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day, guys.
So how is it going since morning? कैसा चल रहा है सब?
It's great. I did what I like to do the most, and I felt like a very empowered woman. I sat in bed all morning. I had breakfast.
Oh, I love that.
How about you, Himka?
I just woke up, did my same morning routine, like read my book and all, and then was just ready for you guys so that we could have a great day together. Since it's Women's Day, so I think we should all have a good day together.
Yeah. What goes with you, Rashmi?
I slept a bit. I slept for some time more because I've been making a point to get up early, like really early for my routine. But I was like, today is Women's Day. I deserve it. I went back into my bed and rolled up, and I slept for like 2 hours. So, yeah, that's how I treated myself.
Yeah. So, like Radio City has come up with this digital Womaniya. So my first question, which I would like to ask three of you, that how did you like this venture and what do you want to say about this? Starting with you, Isha.
The thing I had to do was deal with a bunch of trolls that were basically trying to attack me for the fact that I had done some paid collaborations on Women's Day talking about how I am benefiting financially off Women's Day. And I just want to say to them that who but women should be making money on Women's Day? So what are you talking about to begin with? And who were those people? Straight dudes, of course. Right?
Yeah.
This men.
Problems in the world. But I think that, so I do feel that I understand that a lot of days that are created, whether it's birthdays of, Mother's Days or Children's Day or Women's Day or whatever, that of course, like a lot of these days were originally created to celebrate. And of course, like over time, what happens is that these things become opportunities for brands to kind of, reach out and do their thing. I see no problem with that. But I think it's really have something like Digital Womaniya where you're actually allowing us to come out there as women who are earning money and have no problem with the fact that we earn money. I think it's hella cool that I earn so much money on Women's Day, frankly. So I'm really glad to be here. There were a lot of people that even talk about like, are you doing the groundwork and field work? And no, am I in a village, talking to underprivileged women about what they need to do? No, but I am doing what I can do, which is in my capacity as an actor, as a writer, as a person on social media, to lend my voice to platforms that can actually have conversations that are important and interesting. And I'm happy about that. And I'm thankful that you guys brought us here for that.
Wonderful, wonderful. How about you, Rashmi?
No, taking this further, what Isha said, I completely agree with her that, calling out women to monetizing on the day which celebrates, themselves is something so wrong. And I feel this thing that you guys have started is so cool that we should first live for ourselves, which I think most of us have been taught to do otherwise, to do things for others, take care of others constantly. Digital Womaniya is something which is in fact reminding me to first celebrate myself so that I could extend my love and support and whatever that I have to other people.
And Himika, in your cool manner, what would you like to add to this?
I think Isha and Rashmi have just hit the target, but I'm just gonna add a very little something. I think this whole initiative, the one thing that I love about it, it's not just me celebrating myself, it's also me celebrating the other women around me who are in the same field, and that's amazing. I think it's high time that women also support other women, and that's how we're going to go forward, because if you see men, they always support other men. So I think we should start doing the same thing about between us, and I think it's a great initiative that we started, and I think we should do this every year.
Superb. So Karishma, what would you add to this?
So girls, आप तीनों एक इंडस्ट्री से बिलोंग करते हो, all three of you, और जैसा कि बातों से ही पता चल रहा है कि बहुत क्लोजली साथ में काम भी किया हुआ है. बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज अलग अलग तरह से ऑपरेट करती हैं, बट बिकॉज जैसे कि हमने अभी परसों बात करी थी रश्मि, कि आपने बोला था कि मैं एक एक्टर हूँ और आप मुझे इन्फ्लुएंसर मानते हो तो ओके, बट ऑब्वियसली एक एक्टर का एक बहुत बड़ा इन्फ्लुएंस होता है सबके ऊपर. इंडस्ट्री के अंदर आपको क्या लगता है कि एनवायरनमेंट जो है वो कितना बदला है? बहुत सारे पुरानी एक्ट्रेसेस हैं जो बोलती हैं कि एक टाइम था कि इंडस्ट्री वाज नॉट दैट मच फ्लेक्सिबल फॉर लेडीज, बट अभी कितना बदला है समय? एनीथिंग यू वांट टू ऐड ऑन दिस? रश्मि, स्टार्ट करें आपसे?
नहीं, बदलाव तो काफी आया है. राइट फ्रॉम द वे women parts were written, right from the way we were at the forefront, not just like leading scripts in terms of actors, but also we have so many women writers, so many women editors, we have directors also who are women. So I think there is a good amount of change, and I like this approach. And I really look forward to doing that. And I also feel कि ये सारी चीजें possible हुई because of the OTT space, क्योंकि the reason we started making web shows was because we wanted to experiment some things which we were not able to do on TV. There were so many limitations, so much of censorship, even things which movies में भी नहीं हो रहा था. बहुत कम ऐसी opportunities आ रही थी, वो OTT में आ गई है. तो I think वो कहीं ना कहीं टाइमिंग इतनी सही थी ना कि OTT started in India, and that people took it as an opportunity to write more interesting women roles in the correct way. I mean, we're still struggling there, but we are somewhere. So बदलाव तो काफी आया. I think in terms of the quality of content, the kind of roles that are written for young actresses as well, that is also changing. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it, and I am looking forward to more and more changes and experiments happening in this area.
Although Isha is agreeing with you, but कुछ और जो add करना चाहे?
No, I do completely agree with her. Actually, I want to show you something. This was fun. I started my morning actually with this. I'm on a front.
Wow.
Happy Women's Day.
This is amazing. Happy Women's
क्या
Day.
बात है.
Oh, let me show off a little. This also happened. But that I was actually showing that is, the thing is that I got called for this film, the aerial film, which was a part of the Share the Load campaign. It started 6 years ago. And here we have a brand that's, obviously like they've got product to sell, right? But they're choosing to tell the story this way. So like Rashmi said, right, that it's great for us that we are getting this work. We have women writers, we have women in power, we have, better roles. Many years ago, like about 6 or 7 years ago, when I came to Bombay to start acting, I was often given this feedback, that like I would go for auditions, even big productions houses, I would get shortlisted and I would be told that, yeah, wo nahi hua ya, because you seem too smart for the role.
Okay.
I would keep asking them that, but anywhere that the female lead is meant to be, because that I didn't read that anyway, and very often I was told that, oh, but like can you try it like and this? I think all the actresses in this panel will agree that they've heard this line, that they'll be like, can you be a bit more bubbly?
Yeah,
I hate that
all
word.
the time. All the time.
And women have been asked that you need to smile more. Right? So that's what I wanted to ask. Like women are so sick and tired of these things, sort of being chastised for being intelligent or being told that they need to smile. No one ever told a guy to smile, or that he wasn't smiling enough. But we are meant to be the bubble and the cheer in the room because we have nothing else to offer, obviously. So I think that the narrative has shifted. It's shifted really fast. I believe that these, feminism has been around for decades. It's not like that, right? But what is happening is that it's become a part of pop culture. And that's something that, and I'm not saying that there aren't, people out there doing that in some way, but it's very important that this becomes part of our everyday narrative, right? The reason that we're getting better roles is because better roles are being written. Why? Because audiences want to see women in better roles. Right. I mean, people aren't interested. Like, I mean, if I got a call for an item number, I'm not even going to say that I won't go. I'm going to say I'm never going to get that call, So it's great because people actually have better expectations. The audience has changed.
Yeah.
The demand for better stories has come about. And that's why we are getting better work. So I think a lot has to be said about the actual audience and what they want, what the market actually wants. Nobody's, I mean, I'm not to say that eye candy role doesn't exist still. And I'm not saying that people who like to look good or people who like to, use their beauty in a way to express themselves, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no judgment in that. It's just that there is more. also, you know, and people are happy to explore like what women have for now.
So Himika, with all your experiences, what you want to add?
I think they have like covered the whole area of it. So I've also learned something from this, but I think I'm only gonna there's nothing extra to add here. So I'm just gonna say, I think like what Isha said, you know, that the audience is also like looking for a lot more new, you know, ways to see how women are portrayed. Is also because internet is boomed so much now. Indian audience is also seeing the like the amount of content and the kind of content that's been made outside. And it's slowly working with them. So maybe that's also helping them subconsciously to understand that women are not just, you know, props on screen. Like they have something more to offer. And I think it's helping somehow. So I think everything else has been added. So I have nothing else to add on this one.
Yeah.
Next question first, so that she can't say everything has been
Yeah,
done.
yeah. She did also, yeah.
But you guys are so good. Like, what do I say now?
This is you guys are so good. So what should I say?
आप सब इतने अच्छे से बोलते हो यार, so मैं like, हाँ, this makes sense. The whole time I'm like,
Okay, so
yeah,
the
this
next
makes sense.
question Himika is going to answer.
I hate you, Rashmi.
I love you too, man.
Myself, because I watch you guys. I'm the consumer, I'm the audience, and I would like to add this thing that I can now relate with your characters more. मतलब earlier ऐसे characters नहीं होते थे जिनसे हम relate कर पाए, but now when we look at these characters जिनके साथ आप लोग आते हो in web series on OTT, we feel more relatable. Over to you, Bulbul.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask a little interesting question here. कि काफी बार ऐसा होता है in your experiences when you're given a script जिसमें आपको गाली देनी है, correct? So how comfortable you are in that गाली वाला scene और कितने comfortably आप वो गाली दे पाते हो on screen while shooting?
Himika!
I think you have found the right person for this question because मैंने अपने last show में बहुत गालियाँ दी हैं, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा, to an extent when I saw the retake and I'm like, nobody is going to like me after this show. So I think, you know, गाली देना ना देना, like if it's the character, I don't have an issue with it because at the end of the day, we are actors, we are playing one character, and if it goes with the character, then I am not a person who has a problem with it. Because being very honest here, it's a very weird myth that, oh, women should not abuse. Because if that's the thing, then men also should not. Like, अगर वैसे देखा जाए तो, right? But if a woman abuses, automatically your face is like, oh my God, it's not nice. And even in my personal life, I also like, I use a lot of slang. Lakshmi will agree. So, like, I don't see the whole point of making, you know, women abusing such a big deal because men do the same. या तो कोई ना करे, या तो दोनों कर ले.
Right. But ऐसा होता है कैरेक्टर में ढल जाते हो तो रियल लाइफ में भी वो फ्लो में काफी कुछ
Especially Delhi also, na. Delhi also adds a beautiful maska in this. When you're from Delhi, like तुम्हारे मुंह से पहले शब्द निकलता है, फिर sentence नहीं आता है. So I think Isha's smiling, she's relating to this.
I love cursing. I really love it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like the most beautiful honor you can have to any sentence. Most of the time we're not allowed though. Like, I mean, most of the characters that I play, I'm not allowed to even just throw in a little bit of my natural cursing. But generally when I curse, I feel a great relief, you know, and I've heard that people who curse statistics say that people who curse are actually much happier than the people who don't.
Yeah, because there's an outlet, right?
Yeah.
You just like say it. And you know, part of your actor's job is to just get rid of all your inhibitions. And I have heard so many women cuss, could be from like your urban, like your cities and your rural parts. So, and of like, you know, different age groups across cultures. So ये जो myth क्यों बनाया गया था, ये तो मैं भी कभी-कभी सोचती हूँ, बचपन से सुनते आ रही हैं, लड़कियाँ तो गालियाँ नहीं देती. भाई, when you go into the real world, you see that. So all we are doing
बहुत
is
गाली देती है.
you know, recreating what has happened. These are characters, these are real people. So yeah, I don't think there's any problem.
There's anything wrong with that. Yeah.
Okay, so one more interesting question I'm going to add to this. और ये मैं चाहूंगी कि रश्मि, हिमिका एंड ईशा, प्लीज आप लोग तीनों गौर से सुनिएगा इस क्वेश्चन को. द क्वेश्चन इज कि एक ऐसी चीज जो आपको करने में बहुत मजा आया हो, बट ऐसा लगा हो एट द सेम टाइम कि अगर पकड़े गए ना तो बहुत ही बुरा होगा, बहुत बुरे फंसेंगे. तो ऐसा क्या रहा आपके साथ?
I mean, almost enjoy doing that. Don't want to be caught doing, you know.
Yeah, right. But any of the incidences which you would like to share here?
So I actually love. So I shouldn't put this out there, but I love filming people. Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't. I lost you.
Yeah, your voice is breaking. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Did you
saying.
say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
When people are like, when they're really angry or when they're really passionately talking about something, I'm just playing with my phone, but I'm actually recording them because I think that's one of the
That's crazy.
it just, I don't know, sometimes I really sort of respect people's passions and what they believe in, and it looks great, but somehow when you see it afterwards in a video, it just looks very funny. And very often I'm sitting and doing that, and it's wrong. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but
How
I never put it out there without permission, so
Yeah. How about you, Rashmi?
There are so many things, yeah. But I think one would be like, sneakily looking into people's phones. I'm sometimes really curious as to, what is happening and what they are doing. But yeah, अगर किसी को कभी अगर किसी ने मुझे पकड़ लिया ना तो
Judge
like, total strangers, though like not my friends. I mean, they are cool that way. But,
Yeah, because she just snatches her friend's phone, so it's fine.
yeah, I just go for it.
Yeah.
When you're at a restaurant,
To add to
it's so much fun to listen to. That's all.
Sorry, Isha, what did you say? आपकी आवाज से
Your voice is breaking. I'm sorry, Isha.
Not much I can do about that, unfortunately.
हाँ,
But,
क्या कह रहे हो आप?
बोलो.
हिमिका, आप क्या ऐड करोगे इसमें?
नहीं, ईशा कुछ कह रही थी तो उनके बाद
कुछ कह रही थी.
Oh, I was saying that I love eavesdropping on people in restaurants because no matter what they're
Wow.
not meant to be listening into, it's super fun. It could be the most boring conversation, but it becomes very fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Happy I'm at that table in front of them, but I'm really happy I'm on the side sometimes. You know,
Yeah. The gossip is precious.
if anything, there could be talking complaints.
I enjoy it when there's like gossip. It's like it's like good.
Me.
I wouldn't do anything with it. I wouldn't even pass it on, but it's just for me. Oh, ऐसा भी है.
So let's gossip a bit, huh? Let's do gossip a bit, huh? So what I'm saying is कि वैसे तो
एक सेकंड हमने हिमिका से पूछा ही नहीं. हिमिका बताओ तो जरा.
That
what is it?
Yes, this phone wala thing is something. It's more of a muscle memory for me. कि अगर मैं बैठी हूँ और किसी का screen ऐसे चला ना, मेरी आंखें अपने आप चली जाती है. And I'm a very fast reader, so I read the whole thing. Okay, and I was like, yeah. But I have this very bad habit. I love to hear what's happening in a walkie on set. You know what's going on in the walkie. If I have a walkie around, I just switch it on and keep listening to it. क्या चल रहा है? कौन गाली गा रहा है? That's a lot of fun. Just like having your makeup, like the makeup people always have a walkie. So I just slyly keep it and put it on, and I'm just listening to the whole thing. It's very entertaining. You should hear people like, क्या कर रहा है? कहाँ है तू? Where is this? Where is that? You're just laughing in the vanity. I think that's one thing I should never be caught doing. And yeah, that's something I really love.
So yeah, I think all in all, the three of us just like invading people's privacy, and yeah.
That's us, guys.
we'll
Don't keep your phone.
We also do the same.
Yeah.
I would say please don't take us to a restaurant and please don't keep your phones around us.
वो एक ना automatically चुल होती है हाथ में phone होगा तो check करेंगे.
Yeah,
It's a weird thing, यार. यहाँ अगर phone बजेगा ना, मैं अपने आप से देख के ना सारा पढ़ लूंगी. मैं हाँ ठीक है यार. It's a muscle memory. I don't even try to do it.
Happens. And then you have to pretend that you were looking at something else in the distance.
Something else, yeah.
It's so true. आप कुछ gossip करने वाली थी?
हाँ, मैं gossip करने वाली थी. मैं करवाने वाली थी actually. तो बात हो रही है कि हम लोग खैर विमेंस डे पे हैं, साथ में हैं, दैट्स ग्रेट. बट एक बात बोली जाती है कि औरत ही औरत की सबसे बड़ी दुश्मन है, जो कि गलत है. मैं नहीं मानती इस बात को. लेकिन फिर भी एक विक्टिम कार्ड जो आपको लगता है कि कभी कभी लड़कियां एक्चुअली खेलती हैं, कभी कभी हम भी खेलते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है, इसमें कुछ छुपाने वाली बात नहीं है. बट जब आपको लगता है क्योंकि यार यहाँ ना ये नहीं करना चाहिए. मतलब लड़कियों को कभी कभी कुछ जगहों पे जो विक्टिम कार्ड खेलने के आते हैं, मेरे पीरियड्स हैं, मुझे दर्द हो रहा है, मैं ये नहीं कर सकती, समथिंग लाइक दैट, एनीथिंग लाइक दैट, जो यू वांट टू शेयर, आपको जो अनोइंग लगता है थोड़ा सा.
यार आई पर्सनली फील कि victim card खेलना, yeah, you're very very well said कि हाँ, sometimes you just think that कि maybe they are just playing it, but when it comes to playing a victim card ना, you never know how real the person is actually until unless you know that person, they're a friend and तुम्हें पता है कि उसको कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, that's a different thing. But if it's a random stranger, I wouldn't judge so easily, because I've seen, like as you said, the same like example like that you gave कि मेरे pain हो रहे हैं, like a lot of people have a different kind of like pain tolerance also. So I'm like, if it's a friend, I can just nudge and like bakwas mat kar. But if it's somebody, if it's a stranger around me, I wouldn't be so quick to judge as to if they are actually playing a victim card or not, because if we see around us, it's been made a thing that if a woman is complaining, it means she's playing the victim card. It's like become a thing, which is something I don't agree with, because if men go through something and they are okay about vocalizing it, so should women, and women definitely go through way more pain in a month than men do. Like this is something I personally feel.
Anything else, like in general, you feel that this is something which you really don't like, कि यहाँ पे कभी-कभी लड़कियां कुछ victim cards खेल जाती है. That is what I'm asking. Not just this one thing. Anything else?
I just want to say one thing. People who are playing cards usually are victims.
Yeah.
So that's the truth. I mean, how many times have you left the house and not wonder if you're covered properly, or like like what someone is going to say, do, think.
Exactly. Yeah.
So even in the most basic thing of wearing what you want to wear, you can't do that. You're a victim.
Okay.
So I don't think that I don't think of being a victim is a card. I think that, and just by the way, also, like, did you know that a period pain apparently hurts more than a heart attack?
I know.
I read this yesterday. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So, and I think that, I have seen men lose it. Like I have seen some guys just lose their plot. Such a gussa aa gaya hai, and it's just like everyone. We see it on sets all the time, like directors will go crazy, or like they'll start screaming, shouting, because and then the whole thing is it's India, that's how you get people to work, blah blah blah. Nobody will ever bring it up again, right? Doesn't matter how abusive it is, doesn't matter how, if it's fair, unfair, does the person deserve it, nothing, right? But if a woman does it, she's crazy,
or she's PMSing, either of the two.
Yeah,
kind of not right.
I'm no problem. Victim card. I'm going to be like, I'm there for you. Please go ahead and use your card.
Yeah. I think women should get a victim card also. Like they should be able to have that, because please, Isha.
No.
I was like, I think they should be allowed to have that card, because maybe that helps somehow, somewhere, because it's been so many years of us not vocalizing what we feel. It's finally time that we vocalize what we feel. If I'm not feeling well, I'm going to tell you, and you have to deal with it, which is something that was not happening maybe say 5 or 10 years before. Our moms, no matter, they also had periods, right? No matter how much pain they had, you would still see them waking up every day, sorting the whole house up and doing everything. They never got the chance to play the victim card. If we are getting the chance, we will. We definitely should also. I think whoever's watching, if you're feeling like a victim, play that card. Because no matter what you say, people are going to say shit about you anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
Rashmi?
No, I think her question came from a point. I feel it came from a point that some women deliberately play that card, knowing that in this situation, they do need to put in like an equal share of effort from their end, but sometimes they run away from it. Things like paying when you are maybe on a date or so, like offering to pay like the 50% of the share when you're going out, or maybe shopping for your own self. Like I have seen so many girls making their boyfriends pay for like stuff that they want, manipulating them sometimes to get things out of it, I don't quite approve of that, because then you cannot do that and also preach
Equality, yeah.
feminism and oh, we want
Equality.
like equality and all these things. So yeah, I think somewhere कहीं लड़कियां कभी फिसल जाती है. So that I won't approve about, and I think your question came from that
Yeah, exactly.
that point of view.
So you are
But I
trying to-
totally agree.
Ah.
But I totally agree with these two girls
But I'm
also
so
that
glad
I think
that
we
even
need to.
Ishika's answer was very much, you know.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yes.
That
And-
we need to be vocal about it.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
we need
even at home, if I'm not feeling well when I'm down with my period, I make sure that I vocalize it, because I need to. I don't always necessarily need to take the pain and, like, you know, put on this strong woman face and be like, no, I can do this. I need a break, and I want that. It's fine. I mean, yeah, just asking for that is very important.
I want to share a funny anecdote, something that happened in my house, because we're talking about, right? So I had covered menstrual cups, and this is a few years ago, and I was just like, this is a revelation. This is amazing, you know, because like you don't feel like you're wearing a diaper. It's clean. It's great. It's great for the environment. That. So we had a family lunch that day, and my uncles and aunts had come, and I was telling my aunt about it. And my father's a doctor, right? So whenever there's a Sunday lunch, wo sabki matlab family problems, history, diabetes, blood pressure, pulse. So my uncle had been discussing his stool with my dad for about half an hour, and we all had to hear it. You know, motion ऐसी थी, ये ऐसा था, about it, about that half an hour in the bathroom this morning. And somehow the conversation shifted, and I talked about the menstrual cup. And he looked at me aghast and said that, do you think that this is appropriate conversation for a family lunch? And I said, I just heard you talk about your shit for half an hour.
Yeah.
About why the menstrual cup is great for women, because it makes it easier, and it's easier on the earth, and you know, it's easier on all of those things. But it was okay to listen to like him talking about this. I couldn't. I was like, did he just say that to me?
Wow. No,
If
yeah, like there are so many underlying things that happen in our daily lives only around us, that we're kind of used to it so much that we just ignore it.
Ignore it.
Like, you know, even hit us, see, okay, wait, maybe this is not right. You know, like this is something I personally feel like whenever there are people like strangers who are coming home, women always have to be like, no, I have to wear a jacket, or I have to like wear a bra, like
or open my hair.
Yeah, it's something so off. I feel it's something very off, because I don't know, like it depends from person to person, but personally I feel there's something very off.
ये सुनने मिलता है.
ढंग के कपड़े पहन लो, or like wear a jacket. And now I live alone. I've been living alone for 8 years, but I still have the same habit of, if there's somebody random who's coming home, I'm just wearing the jacket and I have to go on. And that day I stopped. I was like, wait, there's nobody here to tell me not to do it. Why am I doing it? We're just inbuilt. So many things that have been inbuilt in us. Like whenever you're walking on the road, you'll always feel like why are people looking? And if they're looking, how are they looking at you? You want to analyze that. It's a certain thing that you just taught since you were young, and now you don't even like question it. But they are not right. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Okay, so I would like to add something to this. Ki, like padosi aunties and relatives, they are inevitable part. Being women, that is the basic concern which we are having as of now, क्योंकि हमेशा उनके वो ताने, उनकी वो बातें सुनने को मिलती है. So I want an answer from three of you how to deal with them.
I think they should just get.
Sorry?
They should just get a life.
They should
They
get
just get laid. I think
wonderful.
they get laid, right? I heard laid. So my padosi wali auntie, sorry, Isha, you're cracking. I can't hear you.
Yeah, your voice is cracking.
No, I think
Now I can hear you.
they were happier with their lives. I think that when you interfere with other people's lives, it's a clear indication that you're happy with yours.
Yeah, I
I don't-
agree. Yeah.
Or
But
anyone.
I feel
This is true.
right now. I feel right now ना एक चीज तो बहुत कम हो गया है as compared. इससे पहले ना the whole relative part was very integral in our lives. But right now I think with the with the whole thing about internet and all, अभी उतना relatives तुम्हारे घर वर आते नहीं है, उतना कुछ होता नहीं है, सब फोन पे खत्म हो जाता है या जो भी है. At least for my family, I've seen this happen that like हम भी अब मैं भी दूर shift हो गई, so I'm also worry, like I don't worry about it. But the पड़ोसी वाले auntie, I'll tell you a very funny incident that happened with me. So I had just moved into this house that I'm living in right now, and I had washed my clothes, and I had sukhaud my undergarment in the balcony, because that is where I should. I paid money to be here, right? And I should be able to sukhaw my clothes wherever I want to. This lady comes to me. No, she didn't come. She comes to my maid. She's like, how can you do this outside? People are looking. Like, wait, what? She told me that, you know what, please, बाहर नहीं सुखाना. मैं वहीं सुखाऊंगी, उसको दिक्कत है, मुझे आके बोले. Then again I sukhawed there, okay? And then she comes, she's like, how can you do this? People are looking. I'm like, क्यों आंटी? उनको नहीं पता कि मैं अंडरवेयर पहनती हूँ, क्या दिक्कत है? And she was like, she didn't see it coming. She thought I'd be like, sorry. And she just walked out. I'm like, आंटी आप भी सुखाओ. सबको पता है कि आप क्या पहनते हो अंदर. It's all good. And she just lost her mind. And since that day, I keep sukhawing my clothes. She doesn't have any. She can't say anything else. I think padosi wale aunties can just go beep themselves. It's all good.
How about Rashmi? What would you like to add to this?
I feel that because now what has happened is my support system is so strong. Be it my family, my friends, these other people, they don't really matter to me anymore. And whenever they come to me with these stupid, useless advices, I just tell them that, listen, you have lived your life the way you want. I hope that you lived your life the way you want it. But I have one life and I'm going to live it the way I want to. So I'm sorry, but I am not going to take your your advice in anything, because this is my life and I think I'm wise enough to take my own decisions. And yeah, like Himika said, I mean, you just have to stop paying attention to these people and they'll ultimately just get out of your life.
Right. But there's one thing, like Himika, you said कि अभी family में आपके थोड़ा clear हो गया मामला, because they don't come very often. But the point is कि आजकल ना वो एक digital spy अलग हो गया है रिश्तेदारों का, कि एक आपको इस spy करते हैं हर एक चीज, ये कौन है, ये पीछे वाला बंदा कौन है फोटो में, ये कौन था. So ये बहुत ज्यादा कल्चर आ गया है कि उनका इन्वॉल्वमेंट आपकी लाइफ में डिजिटली बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गया है. What would you like on this, Isha?
No, actually, somebody, I remember, like, my mom wasn't on Instagram, and one of her cousins was used to screenshot things and send them to her from my page. So yeah, so we do have spies. I think all families, maybe they know. And then my mother got on Instagram, and then I had no choice but to add her as as
Right. So Himika, has anything like that happened with you कि आपकी स्टोरी को किसी ने स्क्रीनशॉट लेकर घर वालों को भेजा और उसके बाद में मम्मा ने कुछ सवाल करा हो कि यार ऐसा क्यों करा तूने, ये क्या है, व्हाट इज दिस?
तो मेरी फैमिली में ना सब कुछ बहुत क्लियर है, ठीक है. व्हाटएवर आई एम डूइंग इन माय लाइफ, माय मदर नोज, ठीक है, एंड माय फादर नोज. Nobody else I give one damn about. That's the easiest thing that I work in. My mom knows everywhere I'm going, whatever I'm doing, everything I have done. So I'm not answerable to anybody else in my life. So even if people have questions, they can have them, but they won't be answered. So let them have the questions. It's all good. But for me, I think if you are transparent with your family, I don't think you need to be answerable to everybody else in the world, because people are going to keep asking you questions. It doesn't matter. You don't have to.
They're going to have a problem with everything.
Because they're jealous. Eventually. They are jealous. Yeah. I'm sorry, they are jealous. उनकी लाइफ खत्म हो गई, उन्होंने कुछ किया नहीं, उनको फ्रीडम नहीं मिली, अब हमारी ले रहे हैं, तो लो नहीं मिलेगी. It's as simple as that. I'm very clear about these things. My mom knows what I'm doing. My dad knows who are you. I don't care. It's as simple as that.
Rashmi, in this case, what happens with you usually?
Yeah, just like Himika said, even I'm very clear with my family as to what I'm doing, where I'm going, with who I am. So yeah, it's quite chill. Yeah, I think the only person that I'm answerable to is first myself, then my family, and that's about it. And I think I'm seeing more of this happening, which is a great thing. It's like everyone is just uniting to just like shut all your padosi wali aunties and your relatives. And I'm sure they must be going with the same thing in their own, like, with their own kids and their own lives. I don't know why they keep doing it. This is a very weird conditioning we have as an Indian culture.
Right. So with this, it was such a nice chat with you all, and we'll conclude this. और conclusion पे हम एक message चाहेंगे आप सभी से on digital womania, as it is Women's Day today. So starting with you, Himika.
To all the people who are watching, right? That's the best. Okay. To all the people who are watching, I think you got to take back something from, at least one of the three of us, because I feel it's high time that women start being unapologetic and, they start living for themselves. ये relatives का हटाओ यार, ये सब झंझट लेना ही नहीं है life में. And just, be true to who you are. Yeah? Like, you have to live your life, because otherwise you are also gonna like turn into one of those aunties who are gonna like feel bad about the other young people, living their life later when you're old. So you rather not be one of those aunties, and live your life. And yeah, I think be vocal. I think this is the best time. We are very lucky to be living in this time where women finally have a voice, and women can finally voice out things, and there are people standing in support, and women are supporting each other. So I think we should utilize this part of our lives as much as we can, and to support women around us, support women in our families, support our mothers, support people who are not used to be vocalizing their issues. So I think this is the time, and that's pretty much it. I think love yourself, love people around you, and be nice to your mothers. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day. Over to you, Rashmi.
I think Himika ने काफी कुछ कह दिया है. So yes, adding to that, I would say dream big, girls, women out there. Just dream big, go for it. Sure, we have a lot of baggage. Sure, we have been told that we have a lot of limitations, and we have grown up with that notion in our heads. But just like shatter that glass ceiling, just go for it, because like she said, this is a wonderful time that we have so much of support also around us. There are so many men who are there to support us, other women to support us, our families. They have grown so much over the years thanks to the digital world, or whatever that we are in today. So yes, take on that opportunity and do something with your life. Like, really do it.
Right. Isha, how about you?
I think the message that I want to put out there is that for women is mostly that it's really important also to just realize that the things we have today, there was a woman many years ago who fought for that. The things we take for granted today, the fact that we can work, the fact that we can mostly what we want, the fact that we can vote. There were women that fought for that at one time, and these are things that we just take for granted because we were born into this. So it is also to fight for certain things that you believe in, that you think are right, to pave way for other generations to come, because they are going to have things that we didn't have, that important. I think that we've benefited from people in the past, from women in the past, and we should be doing that for the women that are going to come in the future. So stand up.
So सबसे पहले तो I would like to thank
yes, and I mean, just like adding to what Isha said, because I just read about our first female lawyer. I'm forgetting her name, but anyway, just like take this opportunity today to like read something about that first woman in that particular field, and just like read about her, celebrate her in your own way.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you, Karishma, for being such an amazing co-host, and thank you everyone. बहुत ही मजा आया बातें करके, and it was a lovely chat session. Thank you so much, and happy Women's Day.
Thank you. Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day, guys. See you. Bye.
Bye. Radio City.